Hello, guys.
Yay for us. Yay for us.
How you doing?
We're fantastic.
You good?
Yeah.
For the new album, you kind of travel a lot around the world, almost. How was that like? From Jamaica, England, America?
Would anyone like to answer that
I'll
question?
take that one, yeah.
Okay.
It was a good way for us to broaden our horizons. We've been traveling a lot as a band, being on the road touring for so many years now, and I think it was just inevitable that we would eventually start traveling and recording in different places. And all of our previous records were made, sorry, I have a little cold. All of our previous records were made in LA. And so, we went to Jamaica because we've grown up listening to reggae and ska music, so it just seemed like the right place to go. It just seemed like time for us to go there and actually connect and feel those vibes and really try and do that music, a good service. Would you agree, Tom Dumont?
It's also, there's economic reasons, because the economy of Jamaica is such that it's very inexpensive to stay there. And so, in effect, it was really a vacation that we kind of recorded on the side. So we got our record to pay for a 2-week vacation in Jamaica as well. As well as doing work, we also did enjoy the sights and whatnot.
And then we have the London connection too,
Right.
Gwen spends a lot of time over here, and we also grew up on a lot of English music. I think we're all fans of English music, especially from the 70s and 80s. And so once again, it was inevitable that we'd eventually come here and do some work in the studios.
And is your work like completely finished when you go into the studio, or do you have the time to adjust things when you're in the studio?
We did this record a little bit different. It was very exciting for us because Tom had purchased it's called a computer, and I
think they have those here
Holland,
too.
yeah.
They have
Yeah,
those.
we do.
Well, I didn't mean it like that.
Okay.
I meant it like, I don't know what I meant. But anyways, the point is that we used the computer as a writing tool this time. So we actually started off with beats and programming different songs into the computer. And it was a really cool, spontaneous way to do it because we could actually use those tracks. So in a lot of ways, we did most of the production, a lot of the production on this record ourselves. And basically, so the tracks that we would do in Tom's house, in his apartment in LA, we could take anywhere to like whatever producer we worked with. Like Hey Baby we did, and took it over to Jamaica, and then Sly and Robbie basically loved it so much that we didn't even re-record anything. We just added a couple, tablas and a couple things on it, and then had Bounty Killer come in and play on it, sing on it. So it was like a really cool way to make a record for us because it was fresh and different, and kind of made things very exciting. And our last record, Return of Saturn, was we struggled on that record a lot, and it was a lot about sitting with an acoustic guitar and a little tape recorder and doing it the real traditional way and really pushing ourselves. And I think after finishing that, we were very excited to go on tour and just feel like we did it. And I think it put us in a really good mood to make Rocksteady.
No matter what they say, I'm still the same. Somehow everybody knows my name, and all the girls wanna get with the boys.
And how does that go on tour? Like during the daytimes, do you also make music, or is it like you do other stuff?
We do other stuff. We haven't, for some reason on tour, we very rarely work on music. I don't know what it is. It's a pretty hectic pace, a lot of traveling, but we talked about perhaps this year trying to bring out the rig on the road and do some recording and whatnot. Who knows
Yeah,
what'll
because
happen.
we made this record so fast. It was so easy.
yeah.
We just we started writing January 2nd of last year and put it out December 11th. And normally in the past, no doubt it takes like 2-3 years. It takes us forever. So
So you're getting better.
yeah, I think we are getting better in the studio and at songwriting. And it just was like, I don't feel like we finished writing on this record. This feels like there's more in there.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah.
We're still inspired to write, I think, which is the other records. We really exhausted ourselves to the point of like, God, the idea of having to do that again would be horrible. It was hard.
Well put, yeah.
And do you adjust more things when you play live? Can you expand songs?
We do. Songs seem to take on a life of their own when we start playing them live, and especially for this record, I think that we've tried a bunch of new instrumentation on these songs, and Tom and myself playing keyboards on the record, even though we don't really play keyboards, trying that out, doing the two-finger approach to playing keyboards. We've had to kind of make that work on stage as well. So a song like Hey Baby, there's 4 keyboards going on stage. Tom, myself, Gabe, and Steve, who play with us live. So it's a challenge for us. It's kind of a cool way to keep things fresh.
Yeah.
After being a band for 15 years, you might as well try different things,
Especially with the old songs, I can imagine that.
Exactly.
We haven't even learned our new record yet because we
It's all in the computer.
well, not even that. It's just that when we put the record out, it was like we mixed it, and then we put it out instantly, and we went on tour with U2, and we learned like 2 songs to play on tour with U2. Like we had like 2 rehearsals, so it's been a real rush this time around. But we go home after this to learn the songs and do a tour in America, which will be really fun. We're looking forward to learning the tracks, you know, being able to play Rocksteady and some of the tracks that we love so much. Right, boys, guys?
Well, no.
I'm the one they feed upon, give a bit of stars born. And if you're hot enough, you'll get the pass, so you can tell your friends how you made it back. No matter what they say, I'm still the same. Somehow everybody knows my name, and all the girls wanna get with the boys, and the boys really like it.
Hey, so Hey Babe
All the
is
boys
the single.
say-
It's going very good. The idea of the video, whose was that? Actually.
What happened was when we were writing this record, one of the song ideas was to write a song about us being on tour, because we've done it so much. And for me, writing lyrics on this record was all about kind of trying to be more spontaneous, a little bit more using the words I use day to day. And we came up with this little dance hall beat, and then I wrote the song called Hey Baby on top of it, which is just all about kind of these guys backstage, the things that go on. And it kind of tells the story of all last year, because last year it just seemed like, you know, a huge party. Not last year, but the year before, we were on tour with Return to Saturn. It just seemed like a huge party. Every night was all about dance hall and music, and I think the parties were becoming more fun than the shows actually were at a certain point. But yeah, that video is just kind of recreating the vibe of being in Jamaica, and we had such a fun time making the video that when we got the first edit back, we had, it was like Benny Hill or something. We had to like tone it down, but it was a fun video to make. And I think it really represents kind of us and the fun that we've been having in the last couple of years.
Okay. Hey, and there's like a whole army of producers that helped you guys out. Quite some good names on it. Is that the privilege for a band like you guys, just to call them and say, hey, we've got some new songs, can you help us out?
Yeah, I think if there's one thing our success has afforded us, it's the opportunity to work with all these people that we've grown up admiring. And that was kind of the whole exploration we did on this record. It was more about the life experience and getting in the studio with these people and learning from them, and not worrying so much about what the result was going to be, but just enjoying the process. And that's what this whole record was about. So, but as Gwen said before, because Tom got this computer set up at his apartment, and because Tom learned how to use all that stuff, it kind of enabled us to record these demos and take them to the producers, and they polished them up, helped us polish them and take them just to the next level, but we didn't have to start from scratch.
The people you work with, they were really your idols? I mean,
There's
before?
Billy Idols.
Billy's idols?
Yes, there was loads of people that. What happened was we thought we were just gonna make a record like a normal band, and you just pick a producer. And we had a wish list of people, and we didn't have really a blueprint. What happened was we wrote a couple songs and we got really excited and wanted to work with Sly and Robbie and went to Jamaica really quick for a vacation. And then when we got done with that, we thought, well, okay, now we got to really pick somebody. And nobody seemed to be available at the time that we needed them. And as people became available, we did these experiments with different producers and different people that we really grew up loving. Someone like Rick Ocasek from the Cars.
Yeah.
He did 2 tracks, and we wanted to do more with him, but he only had time to do 2. Nellie Hooper, who's an English producer that I think for us just seemed really far-fetched that we would work together, because the kind of styles of music, how do you make it work? But he was interested and available, so we said, let's go ahead and try a track, and ended up doing 5 tracks with him. And we really had a real strong chemistry, and I think he really gave like a new fresh sound to the band, because the way he works as a producer is different. He has a programmer, something that we've never done before. We've always done everything on keyboards, and using a programmer to actually like create whole new sounds. Like you could take a record and you could sample it, you can detune it, you do this and add it to the beat, and it's just a a whole nother modern way of working, which was refreshing and cool.
And were you against that way of working before? Or?
I think it just took being together for 15 years and just kind of getting to this place where we wanted to try new things.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Our last record, Return of Saturn, was a record that took 2 years to make, and it was a tough record for us to make. And I think we had just come off of 27 months of touring Tragic Kingdom, and it was very much about just proving to ourselves that we could improve, you know. And that record was all about trying to grow, and this one was all about having fun. So we just had to get into this headspace. But that doesn't necessarily mean we'll make the same record again next time. You know, I think we're trying to make maybe a country record.
Have you heard of the term onderbroekenlol?
You?
Nope.
No.
On the boogaloo?
Yes, no. It's like Dutch. It means like underpants humor. And I mean, humor
like
is,
that.
for you guys is also very important.
We're very familiar with that.
Yeah, with the onderbroekenlol.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna ask a question. Some questions, and you have to answer it. Who tells the worst jokes?
Tom.
But they're funny.
However, I must say that what I do is I tell a lot of jokes,
Yeah.
and about most of them are pretty terrible, but every once in a while, like 10% are fucking brilliant. You know what I mean? Really good.
Well, you're being generous with yourself right now. I would say, somewhere between 5 to 7%.
Okay.
The rest are
Go
misses.
on.
Who's always the most unpolite? Yeah?
Sure.
Okay.
Fuck off.
Who's worst at lying? Like telling a lie.
The worst at lying.
Yeah, sometimes a lie can be good, you know.
We're not very good. I don't think any of us are really that good at lying.
We don't really lie.
I think we know each other really well, that if there was lying going on, it's pretty much obvious. So.
That would be terrible.
Watch this. Tom, I really think you're a great person. I really do.
Yeah.
See?
When
Yeah,
he
do
asked
it.
that question, though, Adrian pointed right at me. I exaggerate, I think, more than I lie. Do you think?
I bet you can't really tell a lie. Your whole body would just go.
Hey, ask us about farts.
That was actually going to be my next question.
Good.
Who can do the biggest fart?
Ooh.
Well, okay.
Okay, let's clarify this.
There's different categories of farts that happen in this book.
Okay.
Why
tell
don't
me.
you explain, since you're the one who never has farted in front of us for 15 years?
Well, women don't
She
fart.
won't. Hopefully not.
Okay, Adrian is very, can be very vocal, but also there's never usually a time where it's vocal and it doesn't have an odor, right? It's usually both. And Tom, usually silent, but very, very, very deadly.
And honest
Just-
about it?
Oh.
Once in a while.
Depends
Occasionally
if
lie about
there's
that.
He
girls
always
around.
wants everyone to know it's him. Like, he'll be bummed out if someone else tried to claim it. And then Tony is like the most musical of them. I think that he can be very loud, and sometimes he don't.
Most of the time they don't smell, but once in a while.
I mean, now that they're older, they kind of do.
All the boys say, hey baby, hey baby, hey. Girls say, hey baby, hey baby, hey. Hey baby, baby. Hey baby, hey baby, hey. Boys say, hey baby, hey baby, hey. All the boys get the girls in the back.
Who smashed up the most hotel rooms?
Oh, these two.
It's pretty much him. I was trying to stop it, and I got beat up.
That's right.
I
There was
got
this
beat
one
up.
classic night where we're in New York, and there's a little bit of drinking had gone on. It was the first time we drank. And
Yeah.
these guys had, I think Adrian was in the mood to really smash some stuff up, and I think Tom tried to stop him. None of us actually witnessed this, but the next day Tom came down and his face was cut up. And he had matching scars like on his face. Remember? There was like,
Yeah, it was
they were
weird.
almost fashionable. And we're like, what happened? And he was apparently trying to stop Adrian from destroying, hotel property, but his face got in the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to do it right now? I mean, will you pay for it if we have something?
I mean, it's been a while, so yeah, why not? Let's just do it later.
Let's just do it.
Okay, guys. Thanks a lot. Good luck with the new album and with everything else.
Nice to
And
meet you.
nice talking to you.
Cheers.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
This is the music factory.